Today we're talking about loan versus a lease. So there's a lot of questions about which one's better. The short answer to that is, well, it depends. About 2 years ago, a year and a half to 2 years ago, selling a lease was like almost unheard of in a lot of states. And the reason for that is because in solar, besides the APR, which is the interest rates of the financing companies, there's something called dealer fees. And the dealer fees is what the financing company would charge the installer for releasing the funds and for getting us all paid in a sense. The dealer fees in 2020, 2021, even at the start of 2022, maybe that's when they started to go south. Interest rates just shot up through the roof. The dealer fees went from around 20 to 22, 25%, 24%, all the way to 30+% of the entire loan amount, which is insane. Instead of providing the homeowner with a lot of savings, now that becomes the bank's money. And that's why in a lot of states, what you start to see in a state like Florida, for example, a lot of leases are starting to pop up. And that's because it makes the most sense for people. The benefits of a lease is that, first of all, they're not responsible for utilizing the credits. Because with a loan, what you would have to do is that 30% federal tax credit that you get on each and every single solar system, that's on the federal level, that's beyond the state incentives that some states would have. What would happen is the homeowner would have to, essentially their tax return bill would get lower. That whole thing, they have to pull from their tax returns and shove it into the loan so that their payments remain to be as low as what they were when they got solar. And a lot of people sold it the wrong way. And I know some people that have been selling it the wrong way, actually willingly. These people knew that, let's say, elderly people or people that are already retired cannot get the tax credit. And the reason for it is because they don't have any taxable income. So they cannot do that possibly. And yet, these people would still lie to the homeowner, and the homeowner would see totally different bill 18 months from when they got solar, which is insane. And that's with the loan. With the lease, it doesn't work that way. It's the company that is responsible for utilizing the tax credits for the homeowner. Regardless of how old they are, they have a taxable income, they're retired, it doesn't matter. The company would utilize the tax credits. So it's not only very good for people that are already retired, don't have a taxable income, but they don't have to do anything for it to get it. The company does that automatically. That is a huge relief for a lot of people, that they don't have to do anything. The great part about selling a lease is that most of the time is lease to own. So in 25 years, they can end up owning the system because it costs the people more to come take it off the roof than anything else. So most people will just retain it and get free electricity for the remaining of the system. And the lifelong cycle of a system is about 35 to 40 years, which is 10 to 15 years of free electricity. So to answer the question, which one's better, I would say in a time like this that we live through right now, in a lot of states that are starting to offer leases, the red line, which you're going to be able to get, even though might not be different than what you can get with a loan if you're selling solar, you don't have any dealer fees. The savings for the homeowner are going to be much greater than if you were to sell a loan. I would say that for now, if the state you live in or you want to sell in offers a lease, if you can run that through a company, then do a lease, because that's going to be a lot more of a savings for the homeowner than anything else. And there will be a time where obviously the interest rates and the dealer fees will go down significantly, not going to be all bad. And so when the interest rates and dealer fees go down, then it will start to make more sense to go back into selling loans. Just have that in mind when you're thinking which one's better of the two. It all has to do with what can we do for the homeowner? How do we save them the most money? In a sense, how is it possible that we make the most money? All right, I hope that was valuable to you. If you want to learn more about selling over the phone, generating leads online, or anything else like that, I have a brand new program. The link will be in the description below. It's called the Solar Boss Accelerator. We do calls every single week on sales and marketing. Can't wait to see you on there. If you haven't subscribed, do so. Questions, put them down in the comments below, and I'll see you again in the next one.